in order for YouTube to say, hey, this video is really working, let me send it out to a new audience so that you can create content like a pro and watch your channel grow. I've been doing a lot of things wrong, and this is just one of them. So for example, I grab the avocado, right? I slice it in the middle to have two halves with a big knife. And then with the one that has a big seed in it, I just hope and pray for the best. And then I go in and I try to get that knife straight into that seed to kind of wiggle it out. Do you do that? Well, last week on TikTok, I realized that was completely the wrong way because you can just kind of pop the seed out. And I also realized instead of doing it with the knife, which is just my own way of just getting the avocado out, you're supposed to do it with a spoon. Hello, duh. I grab that same knife that I went through the half seed with, and I would just scrape the avocado out. But I guess I've been doing it wrong. I didn't know how to hack the avocado, just like you don't know how to hack the YouTube algorithm. You might even be thinking that the algorithm is against you. That's why in this video, I'm telling you 5 things that you're going to start doing. And on top of that, this whole entire month, we're doing a series all about YouTube so that you can create content like a pro and watch your channel grow. So number 1, you want YouTube to recommend you. So normally when you're riding a bike, you have to do the manual work to get that bike to go. That's basically you using YouTube's search engine for people to watch your video. But then when you jump over to an electric bike and you're literally just sitting there, letting the bike take you, that's what happens when YouTube starts recommending your content. So which one do you prefer? If you're trying to do less work and get more results, obviously, we're all going for this electric bike. So what can you do in order to get YouTube to recommend you even more and more? Number 1, of course, is get your watch time up. Now, listen up. There's a specific way of doing this. And don't get me wrong, this is something that I'm also working on really deeply because people have low attention spans. They get distracted, and obviously a YouTube video requires a person to be watching. So if you made it all the way here, comment avocado down below just to see how many people are actually watching, because you'll notice people have really short attention spans. And look, the way of you finding how to improve it is to check your actual insights. So I want you to go back on your last 5 videos and actually go into the analytics of each video, and you'll go down to the graph and you'll see where people are staying on, where there might be a spike, where there might be a dip, and when people are holding on, because each person obviously creates different videos. Each person obviously has a different audience watching, and each audience is interested in a different topic. So you have to understand when they're watching, when they're leaving, and when you're actually maintaining them hooked. So that's for the electric bike. But in order for the electric bike to work on YouTube, first you have to pass the test of riding a bike manually, because obviously YouTube isn't going to recommend a video that's not working manually. So manually, your video has to be gaining traction in order for YouTube to say, hey, this video is really working, let me send it out to a new audience. So let's go back and let's make sure that you have all the tools in order to ride that bike manually. Number 1, you want to do your research. I personally do it with TubeBuddy to make sure that I'm talking about something that's being searched, that my audience is actually looking for, and that on my personal channel, I can rank it. I can find a way to rank it, because obviously if I title something, let's say YouTube just by itself, well, my channel isn't going to rank for it. But if I go deeper and I say how to grow on YouTube for beginners, for business owners, right? I get more specific, and that way I can rank it for the person that's automatically searching for that deeper keyword. There's always ways to rank it, even with small channels. You just have to do the work and do the research. You actually get TubeBuddy for 30 days for free just by downloading the YouTube guide, where not only do you get that TubeBuddy access, but you also get templates and a full checklist to make sure that your YouTube channel is optimized. And guess what? Another thing that I was doing completely wrong for a lot of time was pretending that I could be fit by just working out, but eating the same exact way that I was eating before trying to be fit. right? I can't kill myself at the gym and then go home to a pantry filled with Nutella and this and mimosas and that and pretend I'm going to be fit. It's a two-part equation. Just like YouTube is more than just a video, it also incorporates the outside part. So you have to make sure that your thumbnail, your title, and your tags are working. So we're gonna dive specifically into thumbnails. Thumbnails are so overlooked. And most of the time, the reason why people aren't even getting to your video, so all that work that you're doing is kind of just lost, just like me spending hours and hours at the gym, is because your thumbnail isn't optimized and you're not designing it in a way that captivates and hooks. So make sure that you do something colorful. Make sure that you also look at what the other search results are doing. And my personal tactic is to do something completely different from the other search results. I know a lot of people are going to say, find something that's working and replicate it. I do the complete opposite. So if I go on something and I see that most of the people are using a blue background, well, I'll use a pink background. Because remember, on YouTube, people are scrolling down, and if they don't know you, right, if they're not already in your audience, they're going to be picking you out from the other things. So your video has to stand out even from the outside. So when they can just see the thumbnail and the title, you have to make sure that you have the most captivating one. And a test that I always recommend you to do is to ask yourself, would I click on this video? Is this appealing to me? Because don't forget that you are creating for humans just like you. So ask yourself, am I appealed by this title? Does this title surprise me? Does this title make me want to know more? Or is this title just kind of like blah? So here's what you can expect throughout this entire month on this YouTube series. Number one, definitely a lot of YouTube. We're going into equipment, strategy, secrets that I've learned from starting, growing, and managing 2 channels that are growing in 1 year. So there's a lot to uncover. You definitely do not want to miss out any of the episodes of this series. All you have to do is ring that notification bell so that you are notified when a new video comes up. And second of all, you want to make sure that you are grabbing that YouTube guide completely free. You get 30 days of TubeBuddy in there. You get templates for your YouTube, and obviously a whole checklist that is going to help you optimize your channel. So putting all these things together in that wonderful mix, you are going to be able to actually hack that YouTube algorithm. And I want you to let me know your result of putting all of this into action. Follow me on Instagram and I'll be waiting for you to slide in my DMs telling me of your progress and success. All right, my friends, I'll see you right back here on this same channel for the rest of the series, and I'll be waiting for you through Instagram. Bye-bye.